If you are a green card holder, based on our research, it says that you are not affected by this. You're not at risk, right? So current green card holders have their status. Now the next issue is this. The naturalization, which is the citizenship, right?
Yes.
Where do they stand? Good? So for somebody who your mother had filed for you 4 years ago, what happens to you?
That's on hold.
Officers are being told to look deeper into police background checks and financial stability. They said the last known figure that we have is in 2022, right, where 16,000 Jamaicans received green card, right? So some people are saying that number could drop to zero.
Yeah. So on the part of the blocked countries, we are going to see massive fragmentation of families.
Yes, massive. Most new green card holders are barred from food stamps and Medicaid for 5 years. Welcome to another Discover Jamaica podcast with me, host Karim Latouche, and co-host Vivian Grant. Now, on today's episode, we are going to discuss the fact that the US has suspended the issuing of visas. And it's a topic that we've been discussing because our Jamaican market, and diaspora, is so wide.
Yes.
And this is such an important thing for us in terms of just knowing, right? So there were some key elements in this. And let's just run through them quickly. On January 21st, GB, right?
Yeah. January 21st?
Yeah, January 21st, 2026, right? All immigrant visas issuance for 75 countries, including Jamaica, are on indefinite pause. Now, GB, they were quick to point out the fact that they didn't cancel it. They said they're putting it on pause because they're doing changes to the system based on things that they see happening, right? The justification, the United States Department is reassessing screening to prevent abuse of the welfare system.
And plugging loopholes.
Now, GB, based on even what some people were saying on our previous videos that we did, and you can search for those previous videos as well, they're saying that them know why from day one, them just look at excuse.
Which is their right. But there is also evidence that these stricter, just more stringent examination, immigrants have caused it because they have their evidence of abuse. It's not everybody, but with all that we care and we question things, we must remember that a country has its right to decide who comes and who goes.
Yeah, some are very stringent, right?
Too stringent.
All right, so let's get going. So one of the U.S. officials who is called Tommy Pigott. Pigott. P-I-G-O-T-T. Right. Yeah. He said that there was exploiting generosity, right? And so that was one of the things. Now there's an exception to the rule because, of course, when this first happened, it created a lot of controversy and stir. But for people who are, for example, these are the exemptions. Employment-based petitions. So the H-1B, H-2B visas, which most of us go up on, right? I mean, those ones, they are exempted, right? Non-immigrant visas, the non-immigrant visas, which is the B1, B2,
right?
Which is what most of us go up on, right?
The tourist thing.
Right. So if you're going up there just as a tourist, just to visit and to, stay for a short period of time, you're okay with that, right? So
B1?
Yeah, B1 too.
Okay.
B1, so you're not affected if you're going on any one of those.
That's visitor's visa?
Visitor's visa.
Those are still being granted?
Yeah. Those are, and you can still go for interviews for those.
No?
Yes.
Let's clarify for the people.
Yeah, so what they're saying is that the people who have visa file, so when you have file for somebody, right?
So it's those who seek some kind of permanency.
Right.
In the
country. So those are the ones who are, going to. So let's talk about it then. So we're talking about the green card holders, right?
Yes.
So some people might say, if I'm a green card holder in the United States, because you can be a green card holder in the United States and you're not a citizen.
Yes.
right? And every 10 years,
That's
I
the
believe,
next stage.
right? So you have your green card for every 10 years or so, something like that. Good?
Yeah.
But if you are a green card holder, based on our research, it says that you are not affected by this. You are not at risk, right? So current green card holders have their status, right? The suspension is not the issuance of the suspension is on the issuance of new visas, right? So not the revocation of existing ones.
So those who now live in the United States and are green card holders, chill, you okay. But those who are green card holders usually have, 10 years? Usually in that period, in that 10-year period, they apply for citizenship. Can they do so now?
So that is the caveat, right? That is another caveat. So people
because you will have to come home.
So people are worried about
to your homeland.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to come home to your homeland, but the mere fact that if you start to do that, people are saying, but people have been green card holders for like 20, 30 years, right? So yeah, so a person will say,
they just extend every 10 years.
Right. So I don't know if I want to come home after that. Right? I mean, I don't even know my home after that. Right? So there is that existing issue that is there. We don't know, those are some of the stuff that the tricky place. Because let's say you're a green card holder and you're on your 9th year. Right? And renewal is next year, a couple months from now. How do you deal with that? We don't know how to deal with that, right? So let's talk about ultimately they just don't want it to become a public charge. Now the next issue is this: the naturalization, which is the citizenship, right?
Yes.
Where do they stand? Good. So for somebody who your mother had filed for you 4 years ago, what happens to you?
That's on hold.
That's on hold.
That's a pause.
So now this is the challenge now, GB.
And it's indefinite.
It's indefinite. So this is the challenge
in
now,
Jamaica,
GB.
we say.
Because let's say your mother filed for you, right? And she filed for you 4 years ago. Good?
Yes.
So this process now has become
frozen.
Yes. No. What the research says is this.
Oh,
they'll still carry you through, in terms of like going through your documents.
But the final issuing
is paused.
That's on lockdown. So you can go through the process until the grand finale.
Yes.
You wait.
You have to go wait now, and that's indefinite.
And how long do I wait?
We don't know.
Indefinitely.
Indefinite. So there are immigration lawyers who say that this can be very hazardous for families. Because of course, let's say I'm gonna go up and she wants her 2 children to be up there. Her 2 children now are in an indefinite state.
And spousal things.
And
right. All those are coming under the stringency,
And we must say that this is when people are filing for the N400 form.
That's
right?
the N400.
Yeah, the N400 form, right?
So that's the citizenship for family.
The citizenship
sponsorship
form.
And whatever.
No, that's the citizenship form.
Just citizenship.
Yeah. So
AKA naturalization.
AKA naturalization.
All right.
So
cool.
Right. No, the sponsor's role, because if you are filing for somebody, you're deemed a sponsor.
Yes.
Good. So the sponsor's role, what they have officially says is that while their own status is safe, many of these applicants are the ones filing for families in Jamaica, right? So their family members are the ones now stuck in limbo. So the sponsor is okay, right? But the person who is being filed for, that person is on hold. So as you rightfully say, spouses, children, everybody like that, those persons are going to be.
So on the part of the blocked countries, we are going to see massive fragmentation of families.
Yes, massive fragmentation.
Then there are further difficulties with it. Might look far, it's not stretched because you have the people there in the US have to pay 1% tax now for remittance.
Okay.
So it's a matter of, the Jamaicans, we say, everywhere you turn, Makajukyo.
And by the way, if you want to see our Jamaican Proverbs video,
Yes.
you can search for it, right? It is on my other page. So this is the Discover Jamaica page, where you can go to the Kareem's Quest page and look at the Discover Jamaica podcast. And you can see like Jamaican words you need to know, as well as famous Jamaican proverbs, which is something that I believe this audience will love. All right. So the next part of it we're looking at the stricter screening, right? Which is really the financial and the medical derailment. So they're going to go through some stricter screening. Now, this is the official thing that I'm reading. The State Department is using this pause to overhaul how they investigate applicants, and new tougher requirements may disqualify those already
in the pipeline. You're in process, and there are no guarantees for you.
No, there are no guarantees, GB. So the re-evaluation of screening, let's talk about those. So we're going to talk about the main points. The re-evaluation of screening, officers are being told to look deeper into police background checks and financial stability. So police background checks. So if you have any criminal charges, be on the lookout for that, right? And financial stability. Do you have a set job? Do you have a stable job? Do you have a set income? Is it stable?
Are you paying your taxes in your land?
Right. Are you paying your taxes in your land? So they're looking for the
what evidence do you have?
What evidence do you have, right?
And I understand they're not just going to look at what we say bank statement. They are going to pay attention. How long have you been at that bank? How many
transactions?
Yes.
Because one time, people used to just put money.
Transfer bloom. Go on.
One time.
Yeah, so that's a plugging of that hole. Also, my bias, my Jamaican, I implore those persons to keep in touch with our laws of expungement, because there are some people who, even as a teenager, and I'm not explaining away and agreeing with any form of criminal act, but young people, youth, not so young sometimes, moment of anger, and you run afoul of the law. There are those one-time things like a spliff, and
it's still on your record.
And it's on your record, or a fight.
And it should have been expunged, right?
You can get them expunged. So find out how we do that.
True.
Go on the website and find out.
And they have a location downtown, right? Where you can check your criminal records, right?
Yes.
So, all right, look out for that. Now, the next factor that they're looking at is the medical factor, right? Reports suggest a move towards more in-depth medical exams to flag applicants. Because what they're saying is that people are coming up there and using their medical system. And so, if they screen somebody and say, oh, listen, you look like you did sick with this, we don't want you for our healthcare system.
They're actually going to go and I think doctors going to come under scrutiny too.
Yeah.
Let's call it by name.
True.
So we just have to do, and this is the saddest one for me. I think it's sad because our health system is so burdened.
Yeah.
And if one can get care in another country, in a first world country, and have people who will, relatives or programs, because we have programs who that take our Jamaican like children, cancer, and these things.
St. Jude has done it before.
Yes.
St. Jude Hospital.
And to take care of a sick person. But the word you're using, anybody with chronic diseases
or illnesses,
we're not going to welcome you. If we find that you're HIV, you're just HIV positive, I doubt they're going to take you, because when it becomes full blown, you're going to become a burden on our healthcare system.
So there's a lot of implication where they're saying that, listen, cardiac issues.
Patients.
Yeah. Alright, so there's a lot of implication to that. No, the next one, the financial teeth, right? The person sponsoring the applicant will face higher scrutiny to ensure that they can actually prevent the immigrant from needing welfare. So the man was saying, oh, listen, when you are bring up this person, you better be in very good standing.
You better know, say, me not a thief. I'm in a Jim Squeech.
No, but not
because
only that,
you
GB.
have to pay.
Yeah, because not only that, GB, what they're saying is this. Let's say you are bringing me up. Your finances have to be so good,
sound,
right?
So powerful.
On no basis, right? If I get sick,
you become a liability to America.
To the system. Yeah.
How many people can really say that?
I don't know. It's a lot. Right?
To me, that's deleted already.
The next one is the risk of denial. If an applicant is reviewing during this pause are found risky under the new criteria, it may be denied rather
criminal
than
record or health.
Right, certain fines, certain fines,
Mm-hmm.
certain things that show up under that,
Mm-hmm.
then the issue may come up. Now, we're going to delve deep now into the next segment, which is looking at citizenship, which is the N400 form,
Mm-hmm.
and welfare, right? So, a major question for the diaspora. Does the pause affect those who have already applied for citizenship, right? So we're just going to kind of break that down a little bit. Good. Now, if you have already applied for the N400, right, it's on hold. That's just basically what it is, right? So the memo on January 1st, 2026 stated that there is an adjudicative hold on pending benefit applications, including citizenship for people from high-risk countries. So we are deemed a five high-risk countries. One immigration lawyer who spoke with the Gleaner says that, you know, that person don't see this process being going on for too long, based on, you know, his expertise in the field. Now that's a person on the outside, so I can't, you understand, you can't take that, you know, for what it is deeply, but you have to take it with a grain of salt. Now, the welfare bar,
we have to remain optimistic.
The welfare bar, which this one is a very interesting fact, right? Most new green card holders are barred from food stamps and Medicaid for 5 years, right? So this is one of the loopholes.
I don't know if it's funny, but you might also, what they're saying is, don't come if you can't feed yourself and go to a doctor.
Yeah, yes. So those 2 points that you just made encapsulate it. So you just said, don't come if you cannot feed yourself and go to doctor.
For 5 years.
Yeah, for 5 years. Don't
5 years slip away, but 5 years can be a long time.
Yes.
And then if it's so tight.
Mm-hmm.
They're really plugging those loopholes.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they find that there's no way you can help yourself medically, and it will become a burden to their system through social welfare, it means that you go scoot. You can't go.
Yeah. And those are some tricky things. So let me tell you what it is looking like by the numbers. And let's look at Jamaica by the numbers for this one, alright?
Yes.
So, I mean, a couple of things we want to know. 16,000, right? So they said the last known figure that we have is in 2022, right? Where 16,000 Jamaicans received green card, right? So some people are saying that number could drop to zero.
Zero.
For 2026.
That sounds like a zero?
I don't think so. I don't think it'll drop to a zero still. Right? I'm more optimistic.
It's 5 years, you know. Your sponsors have their own families and things there.
True.
You're an additional, well, I suppose that they're thinking if you are to be a burden to anybody, it's a sponsor, not.
Yeah, not the country.
Not the state.
No, the Gleaner.
Not the United States.
No, the Gleaner estimate that 10,000 Jamaicans are granted residency every year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the pause is causing a bottleneck, so to speak, right? That could take years to clear. And remember too, there was also a pileup from COVID.
Yes.
Because during COVID
there's
period,
a backlog from
there's a backlog
COVID.
that was caused by that, right? They have this thing that they call the 221G refusal, where many Jamaicans are leaving the embassy with a refusal under the section 221G purely because the officer is not allowed to print the visa yet.
So you get it, but you don't have it.
Yeah. For employment based.
So, please, you have COVID backlog.
Yeah.
Then you have the pause and the freeze. No. So if we can count a little bit, when that back up, that could take us 15 to 20 years to clear.
GB, man, the practical
It's
side
a long
the
look.
practical side of me says yes. The hopeful side of me says I pray that that's not the case. Because the truth is this: of all the countries that Jamaicans migrate to a lot, it's the United States. Now, I was reading some comments on the previous page that we have, which is the Kareem's Quest page.
Yes.
And somebody was saying, why you don't want to go up this so much? And I was like, but because people have family members up there. People family members migrate, so you want to be
and the very dream that they spread, the American dream. Many of us still look towards the American dream.
And not just that.
Rags to riches.
Not just that.
Hope.
Let us be honest. There are certain professions that Jamaica sadly cannot satisfy. And I'm talking about people like nurses and teachers, right? There are countless amount of them. And these professions are in high demand in other countries. Mostly United States, mostly England, right? So these places, you can be a teacher in these countries and build a house. A good, nice house.
Well, there are alternatives now, you know. Because quite a few teachers are in China.
Yes, to teach English.
No.
To teach English too.
So,
and Japan had a program years ago where they were encouraging people to come to Japan to teach
a few
English.
people still going. And now we know that there's some African countries, I can't remember exactly which ones. There's hope on the horizon.
But let me say this though, GB, because one of the things that came out of our study was that employment-based petition, that one is okay, right? Interestingly, employment-based petition, which is the EB visa, is currently not targeted by this specific pause. So it favors skilled migrants, right, over family-based ones. That's basically what it says.
Well, the truth is, America is looking out for America. You come into my country to contribute to the coffers, they build up my economy.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come into my parlor.
All right. So listen, if you have been watching this for this long, please subscribe. We're going to look at a lot of issues. We're just look at a lot of discussions and a lot of topics that are very important to us as Jamaicans.
In the diaspora.
Yeah, in the diaspora.
In the 75 countries.
Right. So and it's not just regarding immigration, it's regarding our culture, our entertainment, our economy. I mean, we're going to be looking at like even Hurricane Melissa recovery, the usage of funds, just different things like that. All right. So please subscribe. It means a lot. You know what I mean? We're trying to build good, substantive content for you. As usual, you're always welcome to join us.